As all WNBA fans and haters are well aware by now, earlier this week the Phoenix Mercury were forced to move a playoff game versus New York to an alternative site because of advanced scheduling, I use that term loosely, with their arena, the Footprint Center. I guess it didn't occur to any of the arena staff or whoever the hell handles scheduling over there that maybe the playoffs might eat up a few dates around this time of the year. So why not schedule a concert during such time? It's not like the Mercury are going to be making the playoffs anyway, except they're kind of one of the best women's basketball teams in the world, with at least 3 of the most famous women in this sport gracing their roster, 3 women who are, any given day, are absolute faces of the league. Not to mention the fact that the Phoenix Mercury have probably the biggest fan base in the entire league. All year long, they've had the highest total attendance of all games across all teams combined this year, the biggest average, the highest single game total, even the highest minimum single game. And still, they have to play at Grand Canyon University's basketball arena. I use the word arena loosely again, because it's more like a glorified gym really, just a few miles down the road. Not that it stopped a ton of their fans at all. Attendance of that game was actually not the worst attended game this year for the Mercury, which is pretty impressive considering the short notice and of course the league's reputation among non-fans for their low attendance. Now, this incident alone is enough to piss off just about everybody involved because of the obvious disrespect involved. But unfortunately, it happened again just a night or two ago as of this recording. Disney on Ice this time was what was considered more important than playoff basketball. It was known well in advance to whoever at that arena handled scheduling, and they were booted again anyway. Once again, they had to seek refuge in a college arena, but fortunately, this time it was at Arizona State, which is a significant upgrade over GCU. Now, this has had a two-pronged effect on fans. On one hand, the people who actually have some respect for the game are rightfully pissed off, and on the other hand, the people who are only happy when they're stepping on others, they're just eating this up with a fork and knife. YouTube keeps recommending to me several videos about people that are just making a mockery of it, just making a complete joke out of it, not shutting the hell up about how much the Mercury was humiliated and just how bad the WNBA is in general. Now, my favorite of these, I don't remember who said it, I don't remember the channel's name, but they're not important enough to remember anyway. They called the WNBA mid. And I've been hearing people call things mid for a while now. Up until recently, a couple of weeks ago, I've never heard anybody refer to something as mid until the night MJF cut that promo on AEW Dynamite. It was the one where I think he was in Cincinnati, and he just was insulting the Cincinnati crowd by calling everything mid. He said, Cincinnati's in the Midwest, so it's in the name, they're mid. The Reds are mid, the Bengals are mid, Skyline Chili is mid. After that promo, I started seeing that word popping up pretty much everywhere. Anybody describing something that they don't like, it's mid. Now, the wrestling fan in me is pretty pleased that AEW has this much influence on people. I'm a big fan of AEW. But it's still kind of pathetic to me that the people that are fueled by toxicity and drinking alone on Saturday nights can't really come up with their own material, so they have to steal it from the most punchable man in all elite wrestling. Now, I give credit where it's due, and in this case it kind of hurts a little bit, but I have to admit that there is one thing that they did get right. The Mercury and the WNBA absolutely were humiliated by this. But what these people fail to mention, and they probably don't even realize it themselves because it's not like they watch this product themselves, the fans were absolutely not deterred. They made it a true home court advantage for the team, making the best out of a really bad situation that could have easily been so much worse than it is. Now, here's where things get messed up a little bit further. If the best-of-5 series between the Mercury and the Aces goes to a 4th game, the Mercury could very well play a 3rd straight playoff game away from their home court. See, the Suns and Lakers are playing a preseason game at the Footprint Center that very same day. So it's possible that a series-winning game will have to be played in a college arena. But at least it's a better arena this time. It's going to be at the campus of Arizona State, which again is a significant upgrade over GCU, who only recruits their students by targeting and exploiting gullible, low-income people with paid ads during commercial breaks on Ring of Honor Wrestling. All joking aside, though, 24 years of sharing an arena with an NBA team, and we're still having these issues? We're still having this disrespect? I know. The WNBA is far less popular than the NBA, and it probably always will be. I'm aware of that. WNBA fans are all aware of that. They're more aware of that than pretty much anybody else here. But that doesn't excuse this level of disrespect. It doesn't excuse any level of disrespect. Just imagine the reverse happening. Imagine being a Suns fan and learning that the Suns had to go play at GCU for a couple of nights because the Mercury had first dibs. Just imagine how pissed off you would be. Just imagine thinking this isn't fair, this isn't right, this is the Suns arena, you should have planned better, you should have planned ahead, who the hell is scheduling this thing anyway? Well, now you would know exactly how we feel. The Mercury deserve better than this. The WNBA deserves better than this, and most of all, the fans deserve better than this.